right now, I'm not here for the pity party. I'm not here for the sympathizers. I'm not here for the empathizers. Right? I'm not here for the bros crying in the comments talking about how hard the struggle is. I'm not here for that. Right? Frankly, I'm sick of hearing the narrative about how hard it is for men. Even though it is, like, it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be. But I'm sick of people feeling bad for the bros instead of bros just strapping up their boots and getting after it and fucking life up. And, with that, I'm here to give game, give information to those who definitely need it, man. But real talk, regardless of how successful you are in this world, this is useful information. And definitely if you're not where you definitely need to be paying attention to this, man, because if any of what I'm about to say apply to you, you know exactly what the hell to work on, man. All right, so I'm going through this list of things that are beating men down. And one of the main reasons why men are struggling today is these distractions, bro. Deadly distractions, what I call them, bro. Real talk, because you get distracted enough, you just, walking in place. Hell, you are digging a damn early grave for you if you're distracted enough, depending upon what you're distracted on, right? The main culprit of that is social media. I mean, it affects men and women, but regardless of where you coming from, bro, women, if they navigate their life a certain way, can rely on a man to save them. Regardless of the mistakes they make, and regardless of what it is they want to do, bro. If they walk life a certain way, they can definitely rely on a man to come save them, regardless of the decisions and mistakes and dumb shit they do. Men, not so much. We cannot afford to be sitting here wasting our life being distracted on the bullshit. We can't afford to be distracted, period, man. So you need to be hypersensitive and hyper aware of the things that are out there intentionally to distract you from being the best version of yourself. Cause I will continue to say this till I'm blue in the face, bro. If men get their act together and truly walk this world as men, the world will literally be turned right side back up. None of this goofy stuff no more, bro. But it's because men are as depressing as they are today that we find ourselves in our current predicament. And men being as distracted as they are is one of the biggest reasons, man. Because men can't focus. Men can't focus. I mean, let alone like finding a purpose. Real talk, get this out of there. Get this out in front now, bro. Purpose is what will alleviate all this, right? Which seems to be a difficult task for most, right? And if this is something that you're struggling with as a bro, man, pull up to my community, man. Pull up to my self development community, bro. We getting cracking, we getting it active, where we empowering bros what they need to really slice and dice, man. But if you got your purpose in check, it's very, very difficult for you to be distracted, right? But they place these distractions intentionally in the way for you to not even figure out what your purpose is because you're too busy scrolling on God knows what, right? Can't focus. Attention is kaput. You falling down these death holes of degeneracy all day long. The most degenerate negative is fucking you up in the head, right? The 15, the 30 to 90-second reels is fucking you up in the head. And man, we cannot afford that, bro. If man can't focus, a man can't be a man. An unfocused man is a problem, right? But from social media, which is the main culprit for everybody, bro. But like I say, men cannot afford to be distracted by no bullshit, bro. Check your screen time. Games, gamers. There's a time and place. I get it. You feel me? I can't expect everybody to be out here on some, efficient living, minimizing times of distracting. Everybody needs their R&R a little bit, man. And I realize gaming is that for a lot of bros. You ask me, there's no time for any of that if your life is not where it needs to be. I don't give a damn how old you are, what you're doing, bro. If your life is not where you need it to be, there's places you're really lacking in. There's time that you're wasting on games. When you should be putting that shit towards something else, you should be on fucking games, period. But the way that the gaming world is flooded upon bros is definitely detrimental to you being the man you're supposed to be. Put it like this: the best version of yourself, whatever it looks like. I mean, you it's your most optimal, being a boss, being a lawyer, being a plumber, being an attorney, whatever the fuck. Is he wasting his time on games? You know what I'm saying? Is he wasting his time on games? Unless you're getting paid for it. All right, by all means, do you. But there's bros out here, 25, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32. If you are not where you need to be financially, if you are not comfortable, right, you don't got time to be wasting no motherfucking games when there's a plethora of other things you be putting your time towards. Yeah, but just the oversaturation of technology at your fingers all day, every day is so devastating to men. So devastating to men, bro. It neuters us, you know, diminishes our testosterone, makes us lazy, don't work no more, couch potatoes and shit, which leads us into many more of the things that is holding us back, man. But if you find yourself, put it like this, bro, think about your current situation, regardless of who you are, man. Think about how many times you are distracted daily, right? I mean, hell, some of y'all probably ain't got nothing to, no path to go along to realize how much you're distracted because you don't got no direction, right? What you need to get, you get that fucking purpose. You get something to focus on, pursue, and you can see the amount of time you're distracted on bullshit because you're not hitting your milestones. Second thing that is killing men, I call it the comfort crisis. The comfort crisis, bro. We too comfortable. We too comfortable. You know, the automated world where you can literally get anything at any time, regardless where you are, just by a swipe on the phone, bro. Right? We're not required to be resourceful no more. You're not required to think. You're not required to figure things out. You're not required to be the logical man you're supposed to be to provide utility, bro. When you can rely on other people, other businesses to do the things you're supposed to be doing. And real talk, this is a budget type of issue as well, man. Because if you were taking care of things on your own, you wouldn't waste money on all these automated services, bro. Right? Instead of getting on an app and calling a plumber to fix a little punk ass leak up under the sink, you can, bro. Especially with YouTube, dog. The irony, right? Like we've never we've never been flooded with technology as much as we are right now, man. But if you use technology efficiently and make it useful for you, bro, you will literally be a beast out here, bro. With so much information, but we get blinded and distracted by the bullshit information. Where you got a whole world of information that you could literally reprogram your mind and literally build the best version of you and go in here and develop another skill every day, right? Or become literally the best at whatever it is you want to do when you choose to do something. But we too busy with the Uber Eats and literally whatever, dog. Whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of you fixing that flat tire, you call somebody else to fucking put some air in your tire. You can literally do that. Whatever, dog. You know what I'm saying? Can't hang a goddamn picture. You can't fix a crack in the wall. You can't caulk a damn corner. You can't hang a door. You can have anything you want instantaneously, bro. Which takes the literal manly essence from you, bro. You're a kept woman at that point. Saying you a bitch when you can rely on everybody else to do your bidding. Right? So what good are you if you can't even figure shit out? And that's a fucking gripe that a lot of women got with dudes too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they cooking and cleaning still and your ass can't even cut no grass. Don't even know how to cut no grass. Don't even know how to put gas in the motherfucking lawnmower and shit, bro. Especially this new generation of men, it ain't your fault because y'all don't know what y'all don't know. Y'all been raised this way to just be literally spoon fed by technology where there's cutting your balls off by the day. So this is some things you need to be aware of. So next time you encounter with a situation that you're gonna look elsewhere to fix or resolve, figure it out on your own. Not only will you save money in the process, but you taking your fucking manhood back as well, bro. Like now you've grown confidence in yourself. Well, okay, now I can do this shit. I feel good that I know how to do this shit. Most don't know how to do this shit. It will instill you to continue doing this stuff, bro. Take care of shit on your own before you go out there and rely on a professional. You know what I'm saying? That's just rule. That's one of the unwritten rules of being the man. Period. You know what I'm saying? The man I'm talking about. Don't allow nobody else to fucking fix your shit. Do it yourself first. Figure it out. Especially with YouTube. Go to YouTube University. You can literally figure out anything. Right? Figure out anything. Right? But motherfuckers is lazy. Resourcefulness out the window, bro. And resourcefulness gets you a long way. Just takes some energy and a little bit of intellect. You don't even need no intellect, bro. You just ask Gemini or ask Siri, bro. They got you. Um, but yeah, too comfortable, bro. Too comfortable. And you can take that shit way out as well, bro. When you get too comfortable, you don't strive to be better, right? Comfort and complacency kills, man. Right? Because when you stagnant, you're not doing anything, you don't grow. So you just remain in your little bitch ass bubble, right? Which is why a lot of men are struggling because regardless, bros, fucked up circumstances. You know what I'm saying? They may be depressed, may feel invisible, may feel stagnant, may feel unseen, may feel like they are not living to the best of their ability, bro. They're comfortable feeling that way though, right? Because they know what to expect. You know what I mean? They've been dealing with it thus far. Me changing, doing something different to fix my situation is going to require me to be uncomfortable, right? And uncomfortable requires energy, requires some nuts, requires some confidence. It requires you not to be a bitch. Comfort allows you to be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Women are allowed to be comfortable. Men cannot be comfortable if you really want to be out here being a man. You want to go conquer, get your shit going, dog. You can't afford to be comfortable. Not ever. Not ever. Regardless of how successful you may get, not ever. Don't ever afford to be comfortable. Listen, time to fucking sit back and retire and enjoy the fruits of your labor at all. Nah, bro. Always killing. You know what I mean? Diving back into social media, bro. Um, Outside of the flooding or just oversaturation of whatever the hell you want to see or do or look at 24/7, bro. Social media does a mental bludgeoning to your self confidence because the constant comparison of yourself to everything else you see out on social media, bro. Right? You're constantly comparing yourself to people you don't fucking know. And I don't know if somebody told you, bro. 99.9% of shit you see on social media is fake any fucking way. And that shit is meant to make you feel like shit, to cause you to be immobile and not go out here and be the best version of yourself. To go out here and not be a man, right? But it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors, bro. All this bullshit you saying, well, you know what I'm saying, with bitches and cars and Bugattis and chains and traveling and da 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 da. It's all bullshit, bro. It's all cap. These people be faking the funk, be broken than you, be more mentally fucked up than your ass is, bro. But you allowed the shit you see to dictate how the fuck you feel. So now you don't even feel worthy of going out here trying to change something because I'm not gonna be able to compete with that or do that. Nah, bro. You got First of all, you need to stay the fuck off social media, but never compare yourself to any of these fools because it's all fake anyway. But and you know, comparison is the sweetest thief of joy. You can't enjoy any of your wins. But you know, if I'm talking to you, you're not out here trying to win anyway because you're already been manipulated by social media not to fucking go out here and pursue anything because you comparing yourself to everybody else. That's the worst thing to fucking do, right? Self sabotage. You're not gonna go out here to try to do nothing. Go change anything about yourself. Go do something worthwhile, right? Because you worried about what somebody else doing. And that's all done by design to keep you a little bitch. so they can do what they're doing with the world right now. I'm not even trying to dive in, bro. These are the things you need to worry about, dog. Don't be comparing yourself to fucking social media. Matter of fact, stay the fuck off social media. Only use social media as a tool to better yourself. Don't waste your time doing anything degenerate on fucking social media, bro. Next up, which affects everyone, but like I say, and women ain't gonna like this, but whatever. It's the reality, bro. Unhealthy eating and just being a fat fuck is prevalent in the Western world, period, right? But with that, as obese as men and women are, which is fucking up fucking everybody from what y'all eating and y'all's inactiveness, still, regardless of how out of shape a woman is, you know what I'm saying, how unhealthy she is, bro. If she walks a certain life, she can rely on a man to save her because supply and demand is that out of balance, right? You seeing it? You see all the damn empowered uh body positivity shit going on out here that only benefits women. Fat men, bro, they are. I don't know who's the most invisible. You being a fat fuck is one of the worst things you can do, man. But it's just another part of this long ass list of things men need to be aware of and control to make sure that there's fucking bosses and killers out here, saying mentally sharp, right? And if you are getting manipulated by the marketers to feed yourself with the bullshit and the poison, and then not going to the gym at the same time because you're sitting here comparing yourself to motherfuckers already in the goddamn gym when these fools in the gym probably on roids and shit any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, bro, it's all cap. It's all smoke and mirrors, bro. But if you just stick to your own program, bro, don't worry about what nobody else is doing, bro. Get your own diet, get your own, fitness program, or with, somebody you trust or some shit, dog. Handle your business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you control all these fucking elements. Stay away from the fat food. Get your ass in the fucking gym. Stay your ass on fucking social media, bro. Um, you good. You golden. I'm telling you, if you, real shit, well, by the time I get through all the things on this little list, because there's a whole lot more. It's a whole lot more. But if you were to be aware of each thing I'm highlighting through this fucking list, you killing. You killing. You know what I'm saying? You killing. Monster, monster. You find me a man out here that is optimal in each one of these things I'm fucking listing, and he ain't out here boss the fuck up, bro. You're a liar. You're a liar, bro. But yeah, eating healthy, staying fit, bro. Um, I don't even have to dive into the downfall of that, bro. Like obesity, eating yourself to an early grave, right? And to sum it up, bro, if you got a weak body, you got a weak mind. You got a weak mind, you're a weak man. If you're a weak man, got some shit to fix. The good old dating market, bro. The good old dating market, bro. And this is probably one of the hardest things to control because you can't control someone else's interest in you, man. But just the way the gender war is propagated on social media, meant to make genders collide, dog. Gotta stay away from it. Gotta stay away from it. Your only focus should be making sure you good, you solid, you doing what you need to do to be the best version of yourself, which is going to naturally attract the women that you should be with, or the multiple women you want to be with, bro. But just this vitriol that genders have towards each other because of this bullshit ass war that has been manifested is meant to make you feel the way that you feel, bro. In addition, like you feeling invisible, you feeling lost, and then now, you got talking about hypergamy and the modern women movement and men being invisible and the 80-20 and all that shit. But all this is just beating men down mentally where they just feel like they ain't shit, bro. Because regardless the narrative of how women don't need men, how men don't need women, that's cap. That's cap, bro. You know what I'm saying? You find me a king out here doing this thing, and you find me a king out here who got a fucking rider queen out here doing this thing. Who gonna be better, dog? We're social creatures. We're meant to be together, and you having a ride or die woman that's really there for you is the goal for the majority of men. Don't let this bullshit fool you with polygamy this and I'm fucking all these hoes that. Nah, fam, that ain't it. That ain't it, bro. But the thing is, you shouldn't be out here trying to pursue the best you to pull a woman. You should be out here pursuing the best you because you're pursuing the best you. You follow your purpose, everything else falls into place. Everything else falls into place, man. But yeah, that's an easy one. Next up, I don't know which one is more of a rocker. Dog. All these is rockers though. Distractions, social media, comparing yourself, the dating game. But the next one, porn. Porn. Men are getting cooked. Cooked, bro. And that's just something you gotta do your best to control, dog. And I know how hard it is for most because of the dating market and how alone men are, and you're saturated with it every fucking day. All you gotta do is get on your phone and you can see whatever the fuck you want to see, however the fuck you want to see it, as long as you want to fucking see it for free. You fall down that goddamn rabbit hole, you're cooked. You're cooked. Right? We have talked about this plenty of times on the fucking platform, bro. But you're mentally reprogramming your fucking mind. Shit ain't gonna work when it comes to a word woman. Your dick don't fucking work. I mean, you don't know how to be with somebody intimately. You're desensitized to shit, right? You turn into a whole voyeur. You turn into a whole cook. You rather fucking rub your shit off to watch somebody else doing it as opposed to getting your fucking dick sucked, dog. And imagine the amount of mental bludgeoning that is, bro. As a man, dog, as a man, and realizing you've done that to yourself by all day. I mean, it's something you gotta get a control of it, bro. You gotta get control of it. This is how you separate men from the boys. If you can't come up with a way to remove yourself from that dog, then just go ahead and give up, bro. Go ahead and give up. But you shouldn't. You cannot let that shit beat you. To make it a point, bro, to tell yourself that I'm better than this, I don't need this shit, and just find your purpose first. Find your purpose. If you're having trouble with that, pull up to the community, dog. Pull up to you, the self development community where we hold each other down, dog. That is one of the pillars of being a man, dog. Purpose. If you can find your purpose, find something that's that important to you where nothing's gonna get in the way from pursuing it, bro. You ain't gotta worry about fucking porn, dog. But just think about the attack on men. That's what that shit is there for. That's why it's flooding you the way it's flooding you to fucking castrate you and keep you out of the way and keep you feeling the way you fucking feeling, dog. You gotta think about that. I'm better than this. I'm worth more than this, and I'm not gonna be victim of this attack on on a man, bro. They know what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dudes ain't fucking no more, and shit's just all willy nilly and shit, bro. Just focus on you. Get healthy. Stay the fuck off social media. Find something important to you, and let's get busy. Whew, I'm talking all day. I can go all day with this shit, bro, because it's real, bro. It's fucking real, dog. Like, shit you need, these things you need to be aware of, bro. Like I said, I can go all day, man. I'll end it with the literal attack on masculinity. The literal attack on masculinity, dog. And that is what I'm an advocate for all day, every day, bro. A masculine, logical, competent, courageous, moral, virtuous, reliable man. And that is not what's popping. That is not what's popping. That is not what the media puts out. They attack it, right? The feminization of men is a whole epidemic, right? In addition to everything I fucking listed, bro, where they trying to sabotage you, cut your legs off from up under you. They don't want you to see what you're capable of, man. You've seen the conversations about how schooling is and how it's catered to a female's ability to learn, and men are peeling back education wise and women fucking going ahead, bro. It's all done by design, dog. This feminist movement is still on and popping and is meant to place women back up here and allow men to just fall to the back and waste away in their sorrow and victimhood. No, fuck that, bro. Grab your nuts and don't be afraid to be a man, dog. If you feeling the type of way about what the fuck I'm saying, dog, this ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give bros their nuts back. Be the man that the world can depend on, that your family can depend on, that your bros that can depend on. You know what I'm talking about? But regardless of how old you are, but especially the young dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? This new generation. And the fathers need to be putting their boys on game, bro. Like this needs to be tackled. This needs to be confronted early on, prepared for early on, bro. Because there's a war out here for a man's mind, trying to take that man's mind away. And the tougher your Teflon is, the fucking thicker your shield is, the better off you're gonna be. And I'm telling you, if you can control all these things, be aware of all these things, not be affected by any of these things, out you will be a killer because you separated yourself from 95% of fucking men. 95% of fucking men. That's probably being conservative, bro. The majority of men are fucked up out here, dog. But the majority of men ain't gonna fucking admit it, bro. The majority of men ain't gonna fucking admit it. You know what I'm saying? Take heed to this shit, bro. Right? And once again, man, if this resonating with you, right? You like the vibe of this, like the direction of this, you like what this shit is meant for, man, pull up to the community, bro. For you. It's for you. Meant to get you better, dog. All right. Peace.